What's up? This is Lance LeBrock here at the Calamity Corner. Want to say what's up to Mr. Roland right here, Roland Bluntz. How you doing?
Good.
Representing Battleborn, doing his thing out here in Las Vegas. So yeah, tell us about yourself, man. Just a little bit. How long you been dancing, stuff like that.
Name's Roland. Been breaking since I was 9 years old. Pretty long time. I just turned 30.
Oh shit!
You know what I mean? Other than that, just chilling. Breaking.
How long have you been with Battleborn?
Been with Battleborn. It's been established and with them for 6 years, hitting our 7th. Sorry if I might be wrong.
And before that, you were in a crew called the Headhunters.
Yeah.
How long has that been established? How long have you been running with them?
Headhunters is always in the heart. You know, they're in the Bay Area. That's something that's eternal family for me. You know, shout out to all of them. You know, what up, y'all? But right now, I'm currently strong and running. You know, with my family right now, Battleborn. But you know, much love to my, like I said, eternal family, Headhunters.
Some people call it animal style, Roland style of all the weird stuff that he does. Could you explain that? Like, were you the one that called it animal style, or did other people call it animal style?
Man, I was called a lot of things when I was doing that back in the day. I started getting really strong. Strong-headed in the game for about breaking and being really serious and real competitive with it, and just like really applying creativity with all the things that I knew all around me. You know, especially with my influences. Like you mentioned, like cats from the Bay, like Style Elements, Rock Force, Renegades, those guys. You know, especially just them and just the type of driver that we had in the Bay Area. Just made you want to think differently and out of the box. Or I don't know, there was just something. I don't know. It's just the time. Just everybody around me was just doing creative things, and people had names for things, People always have. That's just a way of breaking, and you want to have a name and have a label on it so that you can associate yourself with it, or have something to do with it. But I never really called it animal style, but if it looks like an animal, it does portray to you in your mind and gives you formations of, I guess, animals, then by all means. I've always wanted to look at it more like a real technical level, a freeze game, like, I don't know, something about the Bay Area, a lot of cats can just do mad freezes, you know what I mean? Natron, Crumbs, Rocks Right, it was just some, Nasty Ray, it was just something that we love to do, and I wanted to do it differently, my own way. I guess it was just the way I was raised and what the game was like. It really was different. I just wasn't really taught anything. Didn't really know. Really young time of breaking when I was growing up. So.
I want cats to know about your thought process, if you could share that. Like when you're practicing, the ideas that you have, the stuff that you come up with. What's going on in your head when you're training, when you're at practice?
I love breaking, dude. That's what's going on. Like, I really, really get into it. Like, my mind just really latches onto it and, like, absorb it so much. Man, I've been doing this since I was, like I said, since I was 9 years old. And I don't know if it just comes with this experience. I'm not just trying to blow air, but I've been trying to, I think about it a lot. I've been doing it for so long, I reflect on myself. So one of the questions is I'm glad that you asked this, but I like practicing with other people. It helps me get better. But when I see breaking or when I see other people do it, especially when I'm really close to one, I give people mad ideas. For some reason, it just comes to me. I can just I really know how to just read a style and just work with it and see what I would do. And that goes kind of like with my ethics. Before I kind of share my ideas rather than keep it to myself. Maybe it's a thought. Maybe I'm scared of biting or something. Or, I'd rather give it. That's how you have really dope practices, and that's what my mind state is. That we're all sharing together at the time.
Yeah.
And we all build something together, and so and then we all leave together and say, "Yo, that was a dope practice."
Yo, you actually gave me this thought that just came in my head right now. You've been dancing for so long. You said 9 and you're 30 now, right? It makes me think like sometimes cats when they practice, you come in with preconceived thoughts. Like, you know, I want to work on this. I want to work on creating this kind of concept. I want to work on that kind of concept. What it seems to me is that you've been dancing for so long that instead of trying to think of things, you let it come into you. You let the energy, you let the vibe, you let the other people's thoughts, like you absorb them. So it seems like you're really reactive, or like you react to a lot of the environment, the dancers around you, but with your expertise that's more unspoken but very disciplined and very articulate. Like you're able to flip something right on the spot. It's kind of like, oh, like I could see that. I could see me doing something similar. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Do you feel that?
You hit it actually really. You hit it right on the head, man. That's I've been trying to. I don't know. I just really like sharing, and I really like being around people. It's just part of the kind of person I am. I really like being around people. I don't like being alone, and I really like just sharing. You know, and like I get homesick easily. I just really like being just around my crew and my family. You know
That's
what I mean?
dope.
And I guess that's what's in my mind when I practice. You know what I mean? So
That's cool.
so like to be at practice is like a privilege to me. It's like a moment to just give back.
Roland was nice enough to let me stay over at his pad while I was first moving out here in Vegas, and we had a
I
good
see him in
time.
his underwear, dog.
Yeah, sexy.
Lancer as a dancer, you know.
Oh shit.
Prancer.
So we had this talk, and during the talk you mentioned this theory. It was pretty awesome. You said 3 eyes. There are 3 eyes that exist in this craft of breaking: the inventor, the innovator, and the imitator. Could you please explain those 3, and what do you mean by that?
Woo, man.
So let's start with the inventor.
Man, I was probably really high. I don't know, man. I just like to spill stuff out. And
Yeah, no, it was good though.
Yo, man, that's dope that he brought this back, because it's something I guess I wanted to talk about. But it kind of makes me think about what my mind was going through that night too. Inventor, we all know what Inventor is. That guy who just picks up the rock and makes something useful out of it.
So like
Straight up, you know what I mean? There you go, constructing from scratch, you know?
so the bare minimum,
Bare minimum.
the simple idea of just the creator.
Yep, getting a freaking stick, attaching it to a rock with some weird glue, and you got fucking something.
Yeah. Okay. What about the innovator?
The innovator saw that idea, and now he made a stick with the freaking rock on it, but the rock is sharpened now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or he made it into another shape. The stick's different now. It's another size. You know what I mean? But the inventor is just constantly just making shit. He doesn't really dwell on shit. And just making shit. You know what I mean?
The imitator.
Imitator.
For those who might not know.
The imitators, I don't know. He has a role, but it's kind of, you could either agree or disagree with it. He never put any work. He just copies. He just takes
the result.
waits for everything. Does not care to be a creator or imitator or a creator or a freaking innovator or any of that. He just wants to just sit back but if you really think about it and think that the deepness of that, though, that all 3 of those has a role, and it all comes back on itself.
Yeah.
Some crazy shit. It trips me out that you brought that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, it trips me out because you're right. Like those 3 things, I guess, in today's breaking game, and it's probably always been like that since its conception of breaking, is it's needed in a weird way. So as b-boys or b-girls, you have the inventors, the ones that create the move, the ones that just, man, I came up with something and here it is. As ugly, as scratchy, as rough as it is, this is it. And the innovator is probably the one that flips it, finds out the idea. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna do it my way. I'm gonna.
But with traits of an inventor, though.
Yeah.
Because that man is still training, creating, and doing something, and grinding and working for something. versus then we go a little bit, you know, to the next guy. You know, or the next idea or thought process. I mean,
the imitator that waits for all the processes to be done.
There you go. And it's all of it has its ups and downs, you know.
Yeah.
Flaws and negative points and aspects of it, but that's really, you could take that idea with everything, you know, and really apply it. Mm-hmm. And what makes me happy about it, because you notice a lot of inventors go insane.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
You know.
Artists.
So artists go insane, and that, you know. And I don't want to say I'm really an inventor, because I definitely, you know, innovated a lot of stuff, you know. A lot of that, because I looked up to so many people that helped me create my style. But, you know, I guess you can't really call yourself an inventor, I guess. But I don't know. It's all weird names and labels. But what I put myself in there is to not stress over that, to not, I just create, man. Mm-hmm. That's cool. Just create. Nothing ever hurt. Nothing ever anybody creating. You can't like bust your ass or like trip out and just really dwell on it. You got other things you got to do. You know what I mean? Yeah. Mathematicians go crazy, and you know what I mean. Astronomers and physicists. You know, physicists. You know what I mean? I mean. Yeah.
You speak on something very important too. The idea of knowing these things exist, but to not reflect on it too much. Mm-hmm. Or else you see the danger of, you know, going crazy over it. I think b-boys go through a lot of that. Yeah. Dancers.
It gets very. Our style is something. It's
hypersensitive.
It came from nothing, and then you see yourself grow, and you want so much out of it. You don't know how far you'll really go. There you go. See that rhyme? Yeah. What?
Yeah. That's cool. So, you know, dancers beware. Like, don't try to reflect too much. You know. Know that things like these exist. Know that these ideas exist.
Yes.
But as the man said, you know, like create. Just
be happy.
Stay on the path of creating.
Be freaking happy you're breaking. I've been through angry times. I've been through hungry times. You know what I've came down to? Everybody will have their point with breaking, and I am happy for you that you are breaking whatever you're doing. I don't care if you're a dancing waiter or if you're a dancing half naked fireman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's awesome. Is there any advice that you want to give out to dancers, and then just any shout outs?
I would like to say just keep on dancing, man. If just do it because you love it. You know what I mean? If you what I like to elaborate is just it's for us. It's not for anybody else. It's for you. You are a master of your craft. You can take this how far, or you know how far you want to go. It's up to you where you want to go with it. You know, there's so many talented people out there that are just chilling. You know, I mean, they're just doing it. You know, it's so dope to see that, and I want to see that. You know, that's, you know, I'm happy. You know, I'm happy to see a lot of kids dancing nowadays, especially around here in Las Vegas. You know, shout out to my crew. Shout out to everybody in the Bay Area, Philippines. Other than that, I love you, Ches, my kids.
That's it. All right. Peace, man. Calamity Corner. Thank you for another episode right here. Peace.